What's up, guys? It's me, the ALEXX Prince, and I'm here with my booking of WrestleMania 34. How I would have booked WrestleMania 34. So far, I've enjoyed the card. It looks nice. We have some pretty damn good matches up there. But for the most part, I'm not that hyped for it, simply for the fact that the show is not being built up properly. That's a problem. Why aren't your shows being built up, WWE? Yes, we got the matches we wanted, but now actually give us something to care for. So I decided to book WrestleMania. And let's start all the way from the Royal Rumble. First of all, if you guys are gonna have a women's Royal Rumble, just keep the women's Royal Rumble match, and let's go back to the men the following year. Just do it, and I guarantee you the match will feel just as important as the men's. It would just be a thrill ride to have just one Royal Rumble match for the women. And of course, I would have Asuka win, keep it the same. As far as the undercard goes, it would be Brock Lesnar, Strowman, and Kane for the Universal Championship. Keep that the same, even though it wasn't that great. I would just keep it. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Keep that the same. Just because of I would keep that the same just for storytelling. I will have The Miz versus Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship. Miz is the IC champion at the Raw 25. We actually have a 3-on-3 winner take all. It's Reigns, Rollins, and Jordan versus Cesaro, Sheamus, and The Miz. Cesaro, Sheamus, and The Miz win the tag belts and the IC championship. So that because afterwards Jason Jordan is injured, so you can just cross him out of the list. Then we have the rematch, of course, Miz and Roman Reigns for the IC Championship. Miz finds a way to win it, of course. John Cena and Finn Balor. I decided ever since the Balor Club is created, Finn is up to take on the best of the best, so he challenges Cena, loses. So more storylines go ahead. Then we have Bludgeon Brothers beating the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. Honestly, I think the perfect way to build up the Bludgeon Brothers is by taking out the most popular tag team, making a strong heel team. I know the Usos are heels too, but just base with me. I think the Bludgeon Brothers will work better as tweeners. That's my personal opinion. So then, Elimination Chamber match. We have 2 Elimination Chamber matches. No women's Elimination Chamber. It's a SmackDown and Raw Elimination Chamber match. So here's what the card would look like. It would be the Bludgeon Brothers, because this is going to be the first branded pay-per-view with both SmackDown and Raw. Basically, Clash of Champions is the last pay-per-view to do that. Only SmackDown pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, we go back to the double branded pay-per-views. And then we will have I will have the Bludgeon Brothers beating Cesaro and Sheamus for new WWE Tag Team Championships. Then Charlotte and Alexa Bliss for the new Women's Championship. Winner faces Asuka at the Royal Rumble. So Charlotte wins that. And I have some stuff for Alexa, so don't worry about that. Bludgeon Brothers, they beat Cesaro and Sheamus, so making them a strong team. Wyatt and Hardy have their similar match, and then they have the Ultimate Deletion on Raw like previously. And then for Elimination the WWE Championship, I put AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a last chance match. If Owens and Zayn lose, that's it. There's no more rematches, no more chances. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they start arguing, and that makes AJ Styles the winner. So there's that. Now on to the actual Elimination Chamber matches. 2 Elimination Chamber matches, 1 Raw, 1 SmackDown. Winner faces their main champion at the pay-per-view. The SmackDown one will contain of John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Rusev, and Big E. Yes, I decided to build up Big E, and Rusev is the most popular guy on SmackDown. John Cena, because he failed to qualify in the Raw Elimination Chamber, he goes to the to SmackDown to try to qualify in that Elimination Chamber, which he does. But the final two are Cena and Nakamura. Nakamura wins, so there's that. And then for the Elimination Chamber match for Raw, it will be Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, The Miz, and Elias. And this one will end on a draw. Basically, everybody's eliminated. The final two are Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns spears Braun Strowman through the Elimination Chamber, making a new unique moment in the Elimination Chamber history. And the show just closes with no winner, and we have a resolution on Raw. So now we have a reason to watch Raw. Now on to WrestleMania, the actual card. This the Chamber and Royal Rumble, just so you guys get a hint of what the card might look. Sorry about that, it paused for some reason. Yeah. So basically, this is what the card would look like. Kickoff, I'm gonna get in a lot of shit for this, but it will be Bludgeon Brothers putting their tag team championship on the line against New Day, Gallows and Anderson, and Cesaro and Sheamus for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Bludgeon Brothers win, that way they look strong, and then we bring in some new tag teams into the mix, like Authors of Pain or Sanity, to take on the Bludgeon Brothers. Because I think that the problem with the Divas division, the women's division, and the tag team division is that there's two different divisions in each show. So if we keep one show with the women's division and one show with the tag team division, it'll feel just as unique. Also, one more little side note. The U.S. Championship is gone. After Dolph Ziggler wins it at Clash of Champions, he actually leaves with the U.S. belt, retiring the United States Championship, and Dolph Ziggler does his own thing. I know they wanted to re-sign him, but honestly, if they've really got nothing for Dolph Ziggler, why bring him back anyways? So there's that. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. There's only one, the Andre the Giant, no women's Battle Royal. But the final two will be Jinder Mahal and Rusev. Rusev wins, so we have a cheering moment for Rusev, finally. Then Sasha Banks and Bayley, they beat Absolution just because I had nothing more to do. I'm sorry, Sasha and Bayley, that you guys are on the kickoff, but it's what I had to do. But let's move on to the actual main card. Most of this stuff looks similar to what we got now, but I decided to change it up a bit. Kicking off the show will be The Miz putting his IC Championship on the line against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. One of the first matches that actually is going to happen. So basically, the story is Miz is tired of indie wrestlers. Is taking over. How did The Miz go from the first Universal Champion to fighting me? Then, it would be hypocritical of The Miz. And then, Seth Rollins is done with Jason Jordan. And since he's done out of the tag team division, so he's up to a new chapter. Basically, three men that were the top guys at the top guys at one point, but they flunked down to the IC Championship, and then they're just trying to prove that they're the best. Eventually, I would have The Miz win by roll-up. Or not. Actually, Finn Balor hits the coup de grace. Miz pushes Finn out of the way and pins Seth Rollins. That way he gets heel heat, and he is set to be the longest running Intercontinental Champion of all time. Because if you're not going to put the WWE Championship on the line, why take the belt off Miz? Just pointless, because then he's just going to win it back and again and again. Next match, another match that's going to happen. Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. Ever since Enzo left, they do a tournament. Basically keep everything the same. That's the only brand that's doing good. 205 Live is just killing it right now. Then I'll have Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. Basically, the story after Alexa Bliss talks shit about of Nia Jax in the match between Charlotte and Alexa Bliss at Chamber. She expected Nia Jax to help her out, but no, she's like, nah, fuck you. And then basically there's just chaos, and basically the feud is Nia wants revenge for Alexa Bliss for just being an asshole and a traitor and all this stuff. And it will be kind of like Ivory versus China at WrestleMania 17 with just the big girl beating up the little one. And it will just be a great moment. And I think Nia Jax as a face will help out. It will be great for Nia Jax, especially after that shitty feud with storyline with Enzo. So there's that. Next up, since there was no actual winner at the Elimination Chamber match with Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, we do what I've been trying to book for the last time. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Winner faces Brock Lesnar in the main event. Because if Brock Lesnar is not going to be there, you at least need to build up something. So Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns can definitely feud with each other, and basically Roman Reigns like, yeah, I should be at the top of this and that, and Braun Strowman's like, this is my year and this and that. Basically same generic shit. The winner is Braun Strowman, of course. How would I not book Roman Reigns as the, basically Braun Strowman is going to face Brock Lesnar in the main event. Shocking markout moment. Next match. Now, this match hasn't been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure it is. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. Basically, what they're doing on SmackDown is probably the only good thing they're doing right now. So, keep the feud the same, and we're good. Owens and Zayn go over. And basically they ruined Daniel Bryan's moment, and then the next SmackDown, Daniel Bryan is upset, but he said, you know what, now I'm qualified to wrestle, I can do it as I want, I will be WWE champion at the end of this year. Then Shane McMahon keeps like trying to ruin it for him, leading up to a match for Shane and Bryan at SummerSlam. Next up, Women's Championship match. Charlotte versus Asuka, the two biggest women wrestlers ever. And the winner, Asuka. It just makes sense for Asuka to win it. I know that they want I was thinking Charlotte should win it, but no, this shows that Asuka's gonna be the next big thing on the women's division, so that's just gonna be great. And plus, the draft is gonna die, so we need a strong female wrestler. Charlotte is great, but she's not a heel right now, so I think you know what I'm saying. Just work it slow. Next up, John Cena. What's he gonna face? Basically, the story is John Cena wished that he could have done. He wished he could be on WrestleMania. He does tease that he's gonna fight the Undertaker. Don't worry, that won't happen. He won't fight the Undertaker. I think the Undertaker should stay long retired after 33. So basically, he said, yeah, I can't fight that match, so that's why I'm going to SmackDown. Fails, and John Cena's like, yeah, fine, I'm not going to SmackDown. No one wants to fight me. That's when Samoa Joe comes in. They feud for a while. I heard that Samoa Joe's clear to wrestle. They just didn't want to do it yet. They want to do a surprise at Raw after Mania. Nah, you need Joe and Cena at WrestleMania, baby. So, yeah, Joe and Cena, let's go. Who goes over? Joe, who else? And I think turning Joe babyface after this would work, because I think Joe, while he is a great heel, it would be nice to have him be a babyface for once, just a little change up. Next up, we're in the last three matches. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. The story is basically two good friends. They've been friends for a while. They bring up Wrestle Kingdom 11. I'm pretty sure they won't get copyright or anything like that. They bring up their previous feud, and AJ Styles talks about, I was so close to beating Nakamura, but no, you know what? At the end of the day, I am the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Shinsuke Nakamura's like, you ain't shit. Basically, Shinsuke is trying to work as think of Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville from NXT TakeOver R Evolution. Kind of that story. And that's alright. You already know the match is going to be awesome. It's just that the feud is just so fucking lame right now. I know Nakamura, it's not his fault that he's not that great in English, but it could be built up a lot better than what it is right now. So, Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Who goes over? I think Nakamura should go over because AJ Styles is already the guy. So, I think Shinsuke Nakamura could win, and that will bring even more prestige. And fuck, this is hard. Anybody could win. Hell, how about this? Styles loses here, and then we build up for a rematch at WrestleMania 35. Don't worry, I'm not saying do it for the main title again. I'm just saying, we can have a rematch, finally ending a perfect trilogy. I don't know, but Nakamura could win, and Styles could go over. After all, he is retiring next year, so there's that. Or he's retiring soon. That's what I heard. But I'm pretty sure he would want to end at least fighting Nakamura and winning. Eventually down the road, but just not quite yet. Now the final two matches. This match is happening. It's Triple H and Stephanie versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. Basically, the story here is that Ronda Rousey is here, and Kurt Angle's like, yeah, you guys are hypocrites and this and that. I'm tired of you guys bitching me. Basically, make Kurt Angle look tough because he's just been looking like a bitch this whole feud. But both, even Ronda to an extent, is looking like a bitch because Stephanie, for some reason, she can't get her comeuppance. Basically, Ronda Rousey looks strong against Triple H, and Stephanie, Kurt Angle has just been dying to beat the crap out of Triple H and this and that. And then, here's a stipulation. Here's a twist. If Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey lose, then that means Kurt Angle retires. And sure enough, Triple H and Stephanie go over. Yes, massive heel heat. I get it. I know. I understand. But hear me out. Kurt Angle hasn't wrestled that great in forever. I mean, look at how sloppy he looked at the Survivor Series. I don't know. His last run in TNA was horrible. He had one good match with Cody Rhodes in the Indies, but that's about it. Other than that, Kurt Angle, I'm sorry, dude. You just ain't got it anymore. You're slower. You could get hurt. You could be in serious pain, even more pain than Daniel Bryan. So, yeah. I noticed I made a lot of heels go over it. I just realized I don't think I mentioned who wins the Cruiserweight Championship match. Cedric. That's just a side note. So yeah. Anyways, Triple H and Stephanie go over because also with Ronda Rousey, let's keep her away from the women's championship for a while and continue the feud on with Stephanie, and then eventually get her comeuppance, and then slowly we build up Ronda Rousey and Asuka at the next WrestleMania. So I'm also building up stuff for the following WrestleManias as well. But the main event, like I mentioned, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman beat Roman Reigns earlier in the show, he gets a chance to fight Brock Lesnar now. And who goes over? Braun Strowman, of course. Make this a 7-minute, like, balls to the walls match. Picture Brock Lesnar and Goldberg from WrestleMania 33. Book the match just like that, and you have a kick-ass main event. Braun Strowman goes over, the Beast is dead. Braun Strowman has his big moment finally, and it would just be the perfect WrestleMania we could get. I feel like, yeah, I'm glad that some of the stuff that they're doing, but the stories are not there, and, you know, we just have a much better card here. And hell, yeah, basically that's my card. And I know it looks the same as what we got now, but you know what? I don't care. Whatever. I have no comment back to it. So yeah, that will be it for the card. Let me just run down through the card real quick. Miz, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor for the IC Championship. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali for the Vacant Cruiserweight Championship. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Winner enters main event for the Universal Championship. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Charlotte versus Asuka. John Cena versus Samoa Joe. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. And Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman in the main event. That's my card. And I already booked the kickoff, so there's that. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is going to be my last non-wrestling video for a while because I do plan on reviewing some movies after this, so stay tuned. Anyways, it's me, the ALE XX Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and until then, I'm out.